Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's David Hodge. Welcome. Today's topic is we are in danger. Alright, brothers and sisters. Well, you heard it. That's what it is, brothers and sisters. We are in danger. And why do I say that? Because exactly what I've been explaining about what Satan, which is false Israel, is doing, which is the abomination of desolation, the act that they are carrying out on Gaza, on the Palestinians, brothers and sisters. This is why we are in danger, because they are doing the works of Satan, killing innocent women and children, blowing up innocent women and children, starving and dehydrating women and children. They are blowing up the infrastructures and living spaces of the Palestinians, brothers and sisters. This is the abomination of desolation, which is the greatest sign in human history that we are in trouble, brothers and sisters. Because this would be the sign that the destruction of false Israel is about to take place. And how is that? Because ever since 2020, the devils, Satan, the Caucasian people have been under judgment. And everything was said that it would fail. That all things would fail. Therefore, everything that they did wouldn't work, would backfire. Same with this event. It says they inherit what they say and do. And what did they say? That they were going to destroy the Palestinians. What are they doing? They are trying to destroy the Palestinians. They are committing genocide on them. The abomination of desolation. Abomination, which means to cause disgust and hatred, which they are doing. Desolation, meaning destruction, which they are doing. In the word abomination, abominable is tied to it, meaning causing moral revulsion. Same as causing disgust and hatred, but also meaning the uprising of Hamas was suppressed with abominable cruelty. And this is exactly what's taking place, brothers and sisters, at the hands of Satan. It says, therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation, which was spoken of through Daniel, the prophet, meaning the messenger of the covenant, Suleiman, standing in the holy place, meaning Jerusalem, let the reader understand that all hell is about to break loose, brothers and sisters, and we are in trouble. That the destruction of false Israel is on the way, because it says you reap what you sow. And we are in the time that everything is going to fail these devils, Satan. And it says they'll inherit what they say and they do. And now Hamas were on the way to rising after they paid their debt for betraying us, their brothers, into so-called slavery, which was the Holocaust. They paid their debt 70 plus years, and when it was rising up, meaning the debt was paid, they had all rights to retaliate. And false Israel, so-called, called themselves retaliating afterwards, which was not a retaliation, which was an imbalance that they caused, which now has to be adjusted and balanced. And it says that they're going to reap what they sow. They inherit what they say and they do, meaning to correct this imbalance. Their destruction is what would have to happen in order to adjust or balance this imbalance that they've caused. So their destruction is near. And it's when it says, when you see the abomination of desolation speaking to all blacks, it says, flee, 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 flee. Telling you, all blacks, that you are in danger, that you're about to be attacked, because false Israel is about to be destroyed, which means if they are destroyed, then that means that now these devils have to face judgment. And that means now that if they are destroyed, then now they have no more momentum to hold you down, because they established false Israel to discredit you, to counter your claim as being a true seed of Abraham. So if they're destroyed, that means you rise up overnight, and that means that that's their destruction. And that means that now they have to face the mirror that they're hideous, gross monsters, beasts, who have been terrorizing and torturing God's people for 400 plus years, and now they're due consequence, and you are their judgment. So that means that you are the ones to do it, because said God would do it, and you find out, the world finds out that you're God, that you are the God. And now you're here to exercise judgment on them, give them hell, and pay them back what was paid to us. Give them back what they gave to you. Do unto them as was done to you, which is the will of Allah, for them to be judged. And you are the personification of their judgment, meaning you're the one to do it. So it means that we are the ones that will exercise vengeance, wrath, you see, and do to them as they done to us, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You be the one to do it. So that's why it says flee, because they can't allow that idea to spread. They can't allow the world to find out. They can't deal with that becoming the reality. Because once that happens, false Israel is destroyed. Their whole reality is shattered. The world is structured around the ideology is set up around the idea that false Israel true seed Abraham. And once they are exposed as Satan and destroyed, then you are now the true seed of Abraham, which they cannot allow that idea to spread. And that's why it says, flee. Get away from these devils. Get out of their communities. Get out of their neighborhoods. Get out of the suburbs. Get into the inner cities. Get away from these devils, because now you have become a security threat, a national security threat. And now your life is on the line, because they can't allow the world to find out that you are God's chosen people. They can't allow you to survive, because you surviving, meaning they have to suffer judgment. So they can't. They have to get rid of the evidence, which you are the evidence. And so is all blacks that are here in America, including their black-faced children. So that means that all blacks are going to be attacked. Doesn't matter if you have black-faced children. Doesn't matter if you're original. Doesn't matter if you're a different nationality. Doesn't matter if what you are. If your skin tone is black, you are in trouble. And it's telling you to flee, flee, flee. This is a sign of urgency. It's a panic, brothers and sisters. Your life is in danger because you look like God's chosen people, no matter what you are. No matter if you're a devil in black skin. No matter if you're a different nationality you're not even from America. No matter what you are now in danger. It goes for anyone here in America that looks black, that resemble God's people. You are in danger. And it goes for all blacks. The devil is here to take you out of existence. They are not here to make friends with you. And it says if you hesitate, you will lose your life. So a lot of our brothers and sisters are friends with devils and demons. And they're going to hesitate due to the friendship of having devils around, thinking that they're friends with the devils, and also having demon friends, because the demons, it said that the demons would hesitate because of their love for Master, thinking that, Master's not going to attack me, I'm good. But they got it all twisted. They're going to find out that Master is going to attack them. And they're going to have to be in the mountains. A group of Africans, the Africans that's already here, that's united, are going to rescue them so they can make it into the harvest before the separation of the demons. So to make a long story short, brothers and sisters, they're going to hesitate, but they're going to get rescued. You see? But still, it's going to be those lost because they hesitated. So some will be lost and some will make it to the harvest to be separated from amongst the original, so we can unite and we can save the rest of our people from having to be lost during this time of intense darkness. And the demons will have to go to war with their devil daddies because we don't want them, and neither does their father. So they put them in a hard place. They put them in a rock. Right, that makes them stuck in a hard place. Between a rock and a hard place. You see, visionless. But they still had their strength. So they would have to go to war with their father, but they'd be destroyed. That don't mean that they're not going to fight. They try to convince us to do so, but we don't want any parts of this. We want to get out of here. We want complete separation, brothers and sisters. However, our people are in danger. This is an important message. Your life, your family's life depend on this message, brothers and sisters. And it says, do not hesitate, because during this time, they're not going to play any games with you. Their life is on the line. It is going to be all around for all eyes to see that you are now a national security threat, that you've become a complete threat to their lives. And they're going to exercise all their rights to eliminate you. Because during this time, there will also be a famine due to the authority switch in the Middle East. Once false Israel was destroyed. In the oil, there will be no oil here. There will be no electricity, no food, no cars, no fuel, no nothing, no food in the stores. There will be a famine, a shortage of food, a shortage of supplies. You see, in America, it's going to be in complete chaos, an economic collapse. You see, it's going to be complete darkness here, brothers and sisters. And what does that mean for you? If there's no food here, what does that mean for you? You understand, these devils, they don't miss a meal. They eat what they want to eat, and they eat when they want to eat. As many times a day as they want. So what does that mean if they're missing meals? What does that mean if they have no food? Last time I checked, you're still 3/5 of a human in the Constitution. So that means you're declared as an animal. So if they don't have any food, who do you think they're going to put on the dinner table, brothers and sisters? It's you. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, get away from these devils. Flee. Get into the inner city where your brothers and sisters are. That's where you're going to be safe. More safe than being in the suburbs with the devils during this time. And we're going to get together and we have to unite. And you have to get the information needed to be successful, which is your right mind and the 5 mathematical pillars of Islam, which is for your protection against this time of intense darkness and this fiery flame that is said that you'll be able to walk through without being burnt. Not a hair on your head will be touched, but you have to get the information needed to be successful, to move into the next reality, which means we're getting out of here, brothers and sisters. And we're going through the purification process to be 100%, meaning that in order to return home, you have to have thorough knowledge of self and be purified as gold, meaning this will be a test, a purification process to bring you up to speed so you can return home, brothers and sisters. Point blank, period. You had to be 100% to go back home. You can't go back home other than self. You can't go home a blind elephant tearing up stuff. You had to go back home with your right mind. You got to go back home with the right operating system, your nature, and being able to understand who your enemies is, and all these things, understanding your vision. You see? So brothers and sisters, the time is now. Invest in you. Invest in yourself. Invest in the second option, which is getting the hell out of here and going back home. With that being said, brothers and sisters, I'm going to bring this to a close. Thank you for listening to me. Assalamu alaikum.